Hey everybody, I'm APH. Welcome back to Clanfolk. Now, our house is getting close to being done. It's got just a little bit more walls and a little bit more floor to go. And over the night, the developers added an actual idea chart. And I gotta tell you, this is kind of interesting. It tells you the progression of which things unlock. So like right here, we know that with log, twine, branches, straw, and the sack, we get something unlocked. Now, for some reason, we haven't actually unlocked that yet, so that might be coming. Whatever this is only requires log. So these are innovations, and maybe some of these things like this and this were added over the night, and because in this most recent, patch. So we just haven't unlocked them yet. Again, requires a clay jar. This requires a clay jar. So whatever these are should unlock now that we've got one. Gold ore, charcoal, and the forge. Well, we know that's going to be gold ingots if this is iron ingots, or something gold related at least. And then looking down, I mean, we've got log, twine, and iron ore, which are iron ingots, which we'll get today. Again, iron ingots in clay and stone and large stone. Again, whatever that is should unlock today. And right here, we've got stones, iron ingots, and clay, all of which we should unlock today. And I'm hoping that has something to do with better tools. Now, we are low on eel, and I'm thinking we're in decent shape, so I'm going to go ahead and speed up time a little bit to bring it to the morning, as a lot of our people are starting to actually lay down for the night. We do want to get rid of some of these sleep zones and encourage people to sleep inside. Oh, look at that. Unlocks a grain pallet, a water jug pallet, and an actual straw pile, which is really good because I was saying in the last episode that the straw over here, we really wanted a home for it. This is excellent. And I'm thinking that we're going to need some food in the morning, because looking at my inventory, it looks like our actual berries is getting low. Man, a gray pallet would be fantastic. We can finally get rid of all of this hay. I know it will be good to feed the animals over the winter, but we just have piles of it everywhere. It's taking up a good chunk of our actual food storage. So getting a stack that instead of it will hold 4 stacks, one pile that will hold, well, 6 stacks in total would be my guess, will be amazing. It looks like it needs some sacks to build. So we're probably going to have to make a couple, because right now we only have 3. Or we only have 1. Oh man, and there's our icon that food is low. We'll go ahead and close off the rest of the icons. What does it take for the water jug pallet? Logs, twine, and branches. I'm feeling like that should be inside at some point in time. Now, as we get going, it looks like they're immediately probably looking for food, would be my guess. Yeah, looking for food, and they're coming over here. Yeah, we still have some berries. Now, the quality of them is just dropping like a rock. So these will probably be going today, and well, that means we're gonna have to harvest some more. Now, I do see some mushrooms here. Let's go ahead and go to our jobs and collect these mushrooms and see if any of the berries in this site has actually, regenerated. Oh, they have not. Oh, but we do have some berries up there. As we're going to be working in this area, let's go ahead and gather those up. And I'm thinking kind of a for science thing. Let's put a food stockpile over here and see if we can store things. As zooming out, you can see there's a roof on this, and that might mean that we have a natural house situation here where we can place some things. And what I'm also thinking is, in our actual objects, I think we should put an iron stockpile over here. Did not mean to clear out the actual menu. Probably a gravel. Now, we are going to require logs for both of them, it looks like, which is fine. We have a ton. And a stone heap. That way, as we're clearing this, they can just immediately place it on there. And then hopefully these right here, this will finish and our walkway will get a little bit quicker. Oh, it looks like we have some berries here that we didn't queue up to, and some mushrooms. Very, very, very nice. And now, if we can build underneath there, I'm thinking that once this is done, we use it for storage. And we should probably move the actual kiln. Yeah, let's do that now. Let's create both of these. We'll create our actual masonry kiln, the one for making bricks. And for our forge, we'll also create that and we'll get that moved over. I'm thinking that our closed zone, once this finishes, we'll place it in here inside, is what I'm thinking. Excellent. Now, we don't have any branches. We don't have any clay. We do have a good supply of actual logs, which means in order to build some of these, like these branch piles, now these should have actually, they should have built, and maybe it's just that I'm notorious for we have so much to do that we just haven't moved everything. And maybe this is the case where we cancel this and cancel this, and we actually relocate this. So pack and unpack it. Oh, and the rain starts. Oh, look at that. They stopped cooking food and everything is soaked. All right, we got to get that actual, got to get things moved now. Let's go ahead and place that over there. And once they mine out a little bit more, I'll move all my kilns over here. Oh, look at that. I don't know, like, any berries that we did have probably just spoiled. Let's take a look at our food. Yeah, we have just nothing. We do have some raw eel, but we have nowhere to cook it yet as we don't have anything covered. Yeah, we've got no food. All right, this zone has to go. They've got to move stuff inside. So let's go ahead and bomb this so they move stuff. Let's go ahead and pack the actual stove there, our cooking, and I don't think we need to pack any of the rest of it, but we're going to have to move the kilns and the bloomery. That's definitely a thing. I knew that rain eventually would come. I just didn't know when it would get here. It looks like charcoal is degrading, so we're going to have to get charcoal moved inside. Again, hayseed is degrading. We can't use the thrasher. That actually makes a lot of sense. And the branch pile, yeah. We just have to wait for things to actually move around. Good news is, while our berry bush is getting watered, and maybe if we're going to move stuff over to the mountain, maybe we can expand and build this into like a farming area. I'm not sure. Highly not sure. Now, we only need enough rock to finish our building, so I am thinking, let's go ahead and in jobs, let's go ahead and cancel this. Kind of create a natural entryway here to our cave and let them actually move around and fix some things. We'll continue on this road if we're going to be living here, and then we're going to have a clear way to actually get down to the water. So getting a path that way is going to be a priority. Yeah, look at this, collecting the stones. Hopefully we get enough actual large rocks to finish our house and then move our last bed inside. Taking a look here, I mean, it is very, very, very close. And so we probably only need, let's see, 3 more, that's 5 and 10. We probably need 10 large stones. And if we take a look at the actual inventory of our actual ingredients, we've got 10 large stones. It just shows general crates, doesn't show what the crates are. That's fine. So they'll hopefully get going, and I think I canceled out something somewhere. Yeah, I told it no large rocks. We need the rocks there. Our road is starting to progress. It doesn't actually do it in a straight path like I'd think. I'd think that they would start at one end and just work across, and instead he's just in random spots placing things. Now, as we get this undone, let's go ahead and start moving over what we can of our... Let's do our charcoal kiln first. Look at that, starting to build that wall. Good, amazing. I think that we were a little too slow on actually doing this. Let's unpack this right here. Now, is the actual flammability of the rock heap is none. So we can place it right next to it. So once this is built, we'll take a look and see if this area is sustainable. Oh, it's starting to clean up. Check that out. Now, are you building more of this road? Is that what you're doing? And it looks like they are pathing to the road now. which means that the pathing system actually prioritizes, hey, this is actually quicker. So, because what we're seeing is they kind of V-line this way, and then they kind of just V-line, you know, the other way. Now, a lot of times what you'll see in games is they'll move in a like a, they don't move in an angle, they'll move, which he did, so that tells me that they'll path that way too. All right, we got to get these moved before the quality gets too low. So we're just going to let them finish building probably today, and we're going to see if we can move everything around, getting ready for the fact that, like, bad things just happened with the rain. And then if it underneath the stone is secure, look at that. That was weird pathing. Actually chose to go through the house and go through the door. Grabbing that charcoal kiln. Now I'm thinking, yeah, pass through the house. After we've tested the charcoal kiln, we will test the forge. Now it does look like the green or the yellow, taking a look at it, is hay. And right next to it, the green is also hay. Okay, I was thinking I knew what the difference between the different things were, but I'm thinking I'm a little off kilter. Let's go ahead and unpack this here, and we'll see if those are indeed covered by the fact that there's a ledge over them. Because it looks like, granted, water wouldn't have an icon saying that it can't be wet, but it looks like that's starting to actually maintain. Now, what are we missing? Oh, we're missing logs. All right, let's go ahead and queue up a charcoal and see if it does it. And what we'll do is we'll try to find a spot for charcoal over here. Moving more stone, which is a good idea. We've got to actually finish this house. And it looks like we are getting close. We're just not quite there. The good news is the meat inside, it still says getting old, too warm. Okay. So we don't have the wet icon like we do out here. So that confirms that it will be protected inside. It will still obviously get old, and the too warm, well, that's going to be a thing until winter. Good. I like this. This is you know, the rain adds interesting things. Jason's sleeping. I think he worked a good chunk of the night. He was having so much fun, and yeah, base changes, that's pretty normal. Moving our stock supply. Oh, they've got to move it like all the way across. That's okay. Now we've got our actual charcoal kiln, but they haven't started actually manufacturing yet. So if this keeps dry, we're going to want a spot over here for coal. That is under the actual ledge there. Let's place it. We'll do a general stockpile right here. And it's only going to be, let's toggle everything off and just have coal here. There we go. And let's go ahead and forge an iron. Hopefully we can forge. Yeah, let's try to forge 4. I'm sure we have enough actual iron here to make that happen. If not, we are in the spot for it. Oh, look at that. Bringing around wood. Dropped it off, but just decided to go the other way. Oh, taking care of the baby. That makes sense. And you're hauling iron back here. Oh, you're moving iron back here because we have a iron stockpile. You know what? Let's store it to move it so that we're not bringing any more iron over here. Got an animal that wants a bed. You're going to have to be neglected for a little bit. And what they probably want is they probably actually want to be inside. Needs hay, heavy rain, well fed. So they have... Oh, look at that. This one is actually pregnant. I don't know that I saw this before. Let's see if we can find that nanny goat real quick and see if it has any tool tips. And check the rabbits as well. Yeah, the berries are just getting wrecked. Look at that. Too wet, -8. Too warm, -5. The getting old. we're going to have to slow down on actually getting berries. And zooming out, I'm not seeing a whole lot of the actual animals anymore. Okay, there's the nanny goat. Again, the nanny goat's pregnant. The hen looks okay, and the ewe is also pregnant. So we're going to have more animals. So we're going to have to set up a pasture for them. Maybe, as I said, maybe once we have another spot for our people, this becomes kind of a food storage, and then we place a pasture behind it. And what we could do with this is store a lot of our things for the actual pasture. I don't know why they're not prioritizing moving the grain inside. I think they're actually moving it all the way across to the rock front. Probably are just lacking. We're probably lacking coal. Yeah, moving it all the way over here. Wow, talk about a waste. Let's tell them not to bring the actual seeds over here. Yeah, let's not bring hay seeds. Hopefully that will maintain them over in the other location. Why are you taking iron that way? I need you to take iron this way, my man. Oh, here's the rabbits. Okay, the rabbits, that's doesn't show that they've got like a pregnancy tracker, so maybe rabbits just spawn from their hole. Maybe that's how that actually occurs. And it's good to know that during the rain, they do actually path underneath. Oh, good. Getting some more walls. Excellent, excellent. Now that I've unselected, are you guys moving them inside? And yeah, let's not take iron here. That's a bad idea. Let's unselect some of these that we don't want. Yeah, we don't need the water container here. I really need you guys to keep the actual iron where it belongs. I need you guys to actually take coal back to the actual forge over there, and I need you guys to start cooking. Let's now that this one is empty, let's go ahead and delete it out. Now we have an actual message here that this is too wet as well. So I don't know if manure is affected by it, but we've got one basket almost completely full. Oh, look at that, going and gathering another. Oh, so they just drop the baskets wherever. That's interesting. Now, looks like these will turn into fertilizer would be my guess. Yeah, look at that. It ticked down a little bit. So that might mean that over time the bar goes down and it turns into fertilizer. Excellent, excellent. You guys have beds. Are you just not happy with the fact, yeah, heavy rain? So I wonder which ones have actually denoted that they have the bed versus which ones have not. Excellent. Yeah, everybody's becoming upset over the fact that it's raining. Bored. Oh, from drinking dirty water, diarrhea. Ah, man. This happens. So at some point in time, we're going to have to actually figure out a better water source. That is a huge thing. Minus water, minus bathroom, and the bathroom max is actually really bad. And then fun. Let's go ahead and give Darlene the day off so she can go take care of herself. Let's check the other ones. Thirsty. Entertained, which is good. So he should get water in a minute. At least his fun's up there. Yeah. Hungry and water. Everything looks a little bit, looks like immune to the common cold, which has got a task left on it for a while. Again, being affected by the fact that there's heavy rain. Yeah, likes job. So he's actually happy with the fact that, you know, he's working on a job he likes, so his mood is going up, but he's also lonely. So what he's probably doing is he's probably working on a job all by himself. It's really hoping that they would finish the house and get coal down today. But I'm just not sure if that's going to happen. The house, it looks like, will be done, as they only have a few more tasks to do. Now, what are you doing? You're You're hauling. Does this mean that since you're hauling, does that mean you're going to take the... Are you just placing the tool there? And you're kicking the iron out? My man, what are you doing? Now you're hauling something over here? Oh, you're gathering up the bow and... Okay. Why aren't you guys lighting this? Is this not far enough under to actually work? Or is this just not a high enough priority? Let's move it up to 10 and see if they get started. It's good that, you know, they're starting to pile up the rocks. They're starting to actually take care of business over here. We've got a ton of actual seed over here. I should have thought of that quicker. I'm thinking for tomorrow, let's get prepared, as apparently this gravel is a thing. Let's build out that next section is what I'm thinking. Get it a little closer to our little hut here. Now they are bringing over the stone, so hopefully they'll finish this and then they can get that last couple sections of roof on there. Got the hay, but like everything is just drenched. And then what we'll do is as we clear out more of that mountain, we'll start progressing things over there. Again, we're getting a note saying wants a bed. Let's go to farming. It only takes straw, and we'll start placing beds over here. I think a total of 6 of them will cover it. And once these are built, we'll move these 2. And what we'll probably do is move them inside of a fenced-in area at some point in time. Don't want to get too many things queued up, as obviously it's just really bogging them down, having like the torrential rain and the fact that they've got to now walk halfway across the map, which is good to know for like a future playthrough that we can possibly build inside the mountain. Almost done, guys. Almost done. I want you guys to be done before the actual night comes. And get the berries, man. Get them out of the actual... Yeah, look at this. We have rotting items. Good thing is that this will end up being a fertile area. But the bad thing is, that's our food, guys. You guys got to take care of yourself. You guys are going to die because you didn't prioritize taking care of food. I know there's a lot to do, but we got to take care of ourselves. I'm thinking day 5 is pretty much just going to be a pretty well busted day of, you know, the rain just made it to where they were in a bad mood. We didn't get any food cooked because of the rain. We didn't get, you know, our actual charcoal and iron made because of the rain. Our food storage is just absolutely torrential because of it. Look at this. We got mushrooms growing over here. So hopefully, you know, we'll get these beds down, make our animals happy, since we now know that we have, you know, little ones coming. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do for housing once this finishes. Yeah, they're prioritizing, well, maybe they're prioritizing clearing this. And now that even that is there, it looks like they're prioritizing the actual path. Now, what are you? Oh, you're gathering up the actual hay. That makes sense. Start clearing the way. And what are we requiring here? Just requiring a few more logs to get those going. This right here should have just been unloading a crate. So I'm not sure why they prioritized other things before it. But yeah, this stone road is definitely a thing. Yeah, look at that. It just get to a random point here. Just was like, all right, we're going to build there. Oh, they're actually lumbering a tree. I guess I can see the tree. I thought it was a tile up. Excellent. And the rain stops as I think we're hitting the evening of day 5. Eric's bringing down gravel. Look at that. He's going to build that section of road. Now, has Darlene's mood actually improved? And he has an icon underneath him, an actual bar of some sort, and so does Jason. Yeah, look at that. His work is minus 5,000 out of the 10,000 for efficiency, so his work efficiency is 50%. Low light, entertained. Yeah, child labor is going to be a thing for a while. and lonely. So he's probably going to need at some point in time a day off. Hopefully now that the rain has stopped, it will fix itself. And I don't want to place lights inside of here because of the hay roof. But the good news is at least the rain has stopped. And it looks like they're getting ready to go ahead and call it a day. It's an exciting day that it rained the entire day. Yeah. Again, Billy Goat is on the bed. We've got Ew is on the bed. We got to get those other ones down. This path is, I think this is going to become the actual thing. Is this, I'm assuming because they didn't have the icon that they're able to use it. I'm thinking that I just had too many tasks actually queued up to make that happen. Again, this is actually dry. It looks like we have dirty floors. And so at some point in time, we're going to have to clean that. I don't know if that's in the actual ideas. Where eventually we'll get, like, I can see milk and wool. So hopefully somewhere in this ideas, like, looking at it, we'll have an actual idea for a broom or something so that we can clean. I mean, maybe that's something to do with cooking, that's for sure. Yeah, that's gold. Probably this row, maybe. That's something to do with cooking as well. Don't know what that is. That's probably going to require actual whatever's in here. Now, how is our food doing? As that was an absolutely bad day. We've got 25 berries. We'll be able to cook the eel tomorrow. And we don't have any actual grains yet. And I don't know when we'll be able to manufacture beds. Now, if they're starting to get sick from drinking water, dirty water. Oh, no food. Okay. Let's put the task out for the morning to gather up these berries right here. And you're heading to bed. Looks like you're... Oh, current task, bathroom. It looks like you're carrying something, but I can't see what you're actually carrying there. Well, it looks like he's carrying something, but I can't actually see what it is. Darlene is asleep. It looks like her fun's starting to go up a little bit. She's sleeping outside. So, probably because this isn't finished yet, this counts as being outside, which is kind of a bummer. Disrupted sleep, so minus sleep and satisfaction -2. I'm thinking that this isn't actually big enough. So we're going to have to probably at some point in time make it so that they're in not only fully enclosed, but in separate areas is what I'm thinking. So I don't know if it's a thing where we can obviously place like Judy and Stacy in the same room, but I'm thinking that everybody's going to have their own room. Oh, these guys are chatting up a storm. I wanted to do that today too, but the actual rain stopped it. The public poop shame. I think we need to, well, probably destroy the actual poop holes and make a little building for them. And what I'm thinking is, doesn't have to be very big. I don't know that I wanted, I don't know that I necessarily need it to be like brick, but maybe something like this right here. Let's put a gravel, probably can't put a gravel floor there. I don't know. Now let's cancel that. Get a like a door here would be my guess. No, you know what? Let's not place it here. Back to construction. Go to walls. Let's get rid of these. I'm thinking it only needs to be hay, because we're not going to be actually doing anything. Let's place something like this. Place a roof on it. Get a door, which at least we can now place some more doors. We'll place a door right there, and then we'll go ahead and make our, I believe it was in objects under basic needs, we will place our poop hole right there. Hopefully this way they don't get the pooping shame. I'm not sure if that's big enough, but it should be a thing. And Eric decided to sleep out under the stars, probably because we didn't get that last bed in there. So let's do that as well now that we're pretty well established. We'll drop that there, and our actual clothing zone, let's go ahead and unpack it here for tomorrow. Yeah, I tell you, the rain made this day a little bit slower than I thought, guys. Cannot stress this enough. You know, it's becoming more interesting now with the rain, as well as it's becoming more interesting with the fact that, you know, we have no food and it's starting to rot. And I love the fact that they put an actual ideas chain in there to kind of show what things are doing. I'd like to thank you guys for joining in. We'll see you in the next episode, where hopefully we'll get our actual iron tools hopefully going, because I have a burning suspicion that's what we're working towards. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow in the next episode.